Hey lovely people, this is Sabin and welcome back. In my last playthrough, Rook got a surprise visit from Abram Trevelyan, the Inquisitor. He handed Rook another wolf statue and offered some news on what was happening in the south of Thedas. Instead of going back to the lighthouse, I have a quest to do in the Converged City, so that's where I'm taking Rook. Like before, I'll be saving most of my comments around the gameplay or lores until the very end. So let's jump right in. Let's play.
The lights in Minrathous, the level of enchantment for such casual applications, it's a wonder.
It's a party trick.
Those outside the Imperium beg to differ. That quality and duration. I've never seen anything quite like the turquoise light in that one market. Perhaps the owner...
Don't go after the turquoise.
I'm sorry?
The owner's got the only turquoise hue in the city. You start asking around, he'll make sure you stop. Permanently.
Ah, I'll admire from afar.
They're dug in here. The Venatori must be after something nearby. Let's get it first.
I command it! Attack!
We're not alone.
The gods will have you!
Spectacular rope!
Made them pay him! Live, you fools! I am your vessel!
Take out those crystals, and we cut off the power they're channeling.
For the old gods, attack!
That's got it.
Obey and Stop dying!
A solid blow!
And another Fen'Harel altar. That's another barrier down.
them command! Attack!
We wear them down!
Trouble ahead?
Worthless!
Finish them quickly!
Oh my god. I'm going to fast forward just because I know myself. hey, I guess Nev and Emmerich took care of the mage at the top. Okay. Oh my god! Rook missed a hop, but he caught the ledge this time. Damn, that was close.
Quickly!
Venatori! Annihilate!
Let's finish this.
I am... We're being fired upon!
There. The Venatori can't lock us out anymore.
Here we go. Ready if you are.
Did the Venatori build that?
More likely they co-opted it to seal off this place.
We've come to...
Got us at range. Not too bad.
There. That's what the Venatori are after. That wolf statuette. We've seen them before. Better keep it safe.
These may be reused assets from Trespasser in the hidden deep roads, because I recognize those windows. If you have the flycam mod, go to the structures near the big Mythal statue carved into the cavern and check to see if I'm right. I hope reusing these assets actually implies something.
They're dug in here. The Venatori must be after something nearby. Let's get it first.
Nev, you're well connected in Minrathous.
I'm connected. Whether it's Well connected depends on who you ask.
Of course. It's just that I'm running low on a few key reagents. Myrna's had trouble procuring them as well.
I probably know someone.
Wonderful. Thank you.
The smuggling fees might even be fair.
Yeah, let's go home instead.
Rook, when's the last time you slept?
I'm sorry, but I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels, fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance. How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Where or who'd you get his body from?
There was no single donor. The arms were recovered from a charnel pit. The ribs were a gift from a dear friend. And Manfred's wisp picked out his own skull from some donations. That was quite the day. He's been fine company during my necropolis excursions ever since.
What does Manfred understand exactly?
Simple things, but he grows. Spirits of curiosity are voracious learners. The more he experiences, the more sophisticated his conclusions. With guidance, of course.
Yep. Same to you.
It's just Manfred's way of saying hello. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
I can't answer that. Can you?
I've come to believe there is a return. I swear I could see it sometimes, Rook. A glint of recognition of something more in the dead.
Hey, that's my sleeve. Are you trying to steal my buttons?
As well as a certain mischievousness. Manfred.
The operating table doesn't look sanitary or comfortable to sleep on. I need to check Nexus Mod if there is a bed add-on. I'm sure someone had thought the same thing I did. The view still fascinates me so much. I don't get tired of seeing the floating buildings because I want to explore them.
Thank you for all your help arranging things, Manfred. Yes, I'd say this place is quite acceptable now.
You know, I keep forgetting to check the journal. Ah, damn, one more statue. I made it! I apologize for making you folks suffer through my platforming skills. It's still not my forte after all this time. I did do a rough cutaway if you thought there was a weird skip at the end. I'm saving that bit for a compilation/review video once I got all the wolf statues in place and to put on the pedestals. Until then, here are my thoughts about this playthrough. The memento entitled The Way of Peace speaks of a pantomime theater mask of Soleil. We've already found a few other mementos that also represents theater masks, so why not use worn and cracked masks that are modeled after the ones we find in Dragon Age Origins or illustrated in the Dragon Age final cover as pickups or tokens we find instead of scrolls. If you want another tie-in to the other games like the Trespasser Tavern songs, these pantomime masks would have been another way to make the connection. It's just a thought. According to Dalish lore, Soleil is a sister of Vendril. In narrative, she is the hearth you leave and return to, the comfort that bookends a journey where everything, especially self, has become unfamiliar. But then the game file provides another short comment stating, even the story is jealous of her and does all it can to delay. If you're wondering what caused the jealousy, then look up the Song of Soleil. Maybe Soleil's unquenchable flame to outdo her brethren is what got others to rival against her, or it became her downfall. As Sola said, the Evaneros are a petty bunch, but there is another ominous message to the short comment. Delaying the journey of the self to familiar places seems similar to Oblivion or the Acheron, where souls can get lost and wander aimlessly. Does someone send Soleil to Oblivion, or is it the other way around? It seems that the short comments to each of these mementos are shedding light on the darker truth about the Evaneros, in contrast to the tales of benevolence, wisdom, and will. Part of me loved the added information, but the other part of me wished that they are shown in a form of puzzles to further foster a spirit of investigation and discovery, or better yet, challenge us to question and examine, rather than have it be communicated as side notes. I really want to talk about the Sermon of Mythal and Philison's note, but I'm afraid that they'll drum up a lot of lore and theories that would lengthen this video, so I'm going to segue from them for now. I'll create a separate video about them to put up after this one. I want to talk about the enormous floating mechanical thingy with complex gear. It looks very similar to a real-life mechanism developed by the Greeks around 100 BC called the Antikythera, also believed to be the world's first analog computational instrument for mathematical astronomy. In other words, the mechanism was to calculate and display information about astronomical phenomena like planetary positions and eclipses. When I look at that instrument, I'm reminded of all the astrolabes I've encountered in a game so far, and strangely, the research notes scatter about in the Scholar's Retreat in the Shattered Library with algebraic-looking formulae across their pages. I can't help but to refer to a statement made by the great Italian astronomer, physicist, and engineer Galileo about math. He wrote, quote, "Mathematics is the language with which God has written the universe. The universe cannot be read until we have learned the language and become familiar with the characters in which it is written. It is written in mathematical language, and the letters are triangles, circles, and other geometrical figures. Without which means it is humanly impossible to comprehend a single word." All this is to say that some, or if not all, ancient elves in the Dragon Age universe were natural linguists in the universal language of the cosmos, shown in their designs and engineering to the use of magic that can make fire run like water and stones rise like mist. The irony here is that the ancient elves did not factor in the relationship between the spiritual realm with the natural world ruled by the Titans, but more specifically their separate functions, before the elves warred with them and slaughtered a few. The reveal Emmerich gave about spirits of curiosity being the ones to animate bodies is quite interesting. We do know that one particular Evaneros, specifically Mythal, has a way to inhabit bodies, but was she a spirit first or a powerful elven mage first? Ancient history only goes as far back as the inhabitants of elves and dwarves coexisting on Thetis, and the term dwarves wasn't what the short humanoids were until their connection with the Titans got severed. If we're going to go by the chant of light, even the first children of the Maker didn't step foot on Earth. It was only when the Maker abandoned his first set of spirits that he made his second set of children with free will and impermanence to roam on Earth. Is there some truth to that? Well, I'm going to end this video on that existential question. Please subscribe and like to show your support and come back for more. See you next time.